In the dim glow of a roadside gas station under a stormy sky, a sleek black limousine pulled up to the pump, its engine purring like a contented cat. But inside, Elena Vanderbilt, the 28-year-old heiress to a billion-dollar empire, felt her world crumbling. Her credit cards were frozen due to a bank glitch, her phone dead from a frantic day of meetings, and she was miles from home with an empty tank. Desperation clawed at her as the attendant demanded $73.50, a petty sum for someone like her, yet utterly unattainable in that moment. That's when an old man, weathered by time and clad in a faded jacket, shuffled over from his rusty pickup truck. Without a word, he pulled out a worn wallet and paid the fee, his eyes twinkling with quiet kindness. Little did they know, this simple act would unravel secrets and forge an unbreakable bond that would forever alter their destinies. If this hook has you on the edge of your seat, smash that like button and subscribe to The Kind Hearts Stories for more tales that warm your soul and restore your faith in humanity. Elena Vanderbilt had always lived in a bubble of luxury, where private jets whisked her across continents and designer gowns draped her flawless figure at galas attended by the elite. But on that fateful evening, as rain pelted the gas station canopy like angry drumbeats, her facade cracked. She was en route to a crucial board meeting for her family's conglomerate, Vanderbilt Industries, which controlled vast real estate and tech empires. The day had been a whirlwind, arguments with her controlling father over her desire to pivot the company toward sustainable initiatives, a leaked scandal about her ex-fiancé's infidelity splashing across tabloids, and now this humiliating stall. Her limo driver, loyal but helpless, stood by awkwardly as Elena rummaged through her purse for the umpteenth time, her manicured nails trembling. "Miss, we can't hold the pump forever," the attendant grumbled, eyeing the growing line. Humiliation burned in her cheeks. How could a woman worth billions be reduced to begging? That's when the old stranger appeared, his steps slow but purposeful. He was in his late 70s, with a face etched by decades of hard labor, deep wrinkles mapping stories of loss and resilience. "Here you go, son," he said to the attendant, handing over crisp bills totaling exactly $73.50. Elena turned, stunned, her emerald eyes meeting his faded blue ones. "Why?" she whispered, voice cracking. He smiled faintly, revealing a gold tooth. "Because everyone needs a hand sometimes, no matter how high they stand." She insisted on repaying him, scribbling her number on a napkin, but he waved it off. "Pay it forward, miss. That's the real currency." As her limo pulled away, Elena couldn't shake the encounter. Back at her penthouse that night, she tossed in silk sheets, haunted by his humility. Who was he? A quick search on her revived phone revealed nothing, just an ordinary name, Harold Jenkins, from a small town nearby. But curiosity gnawed at her. The next day, she drove back, determined to thank him properly. What she discovered in his modest home shattered her world. Faded photos of a young woman who looked eerily like her mother, and a locket that matched one her family had lost decades ago. Harold wasn't just a stranger, he was the long-lost brother her grandmother had spoken of in hushed tones, abandoned during the Great Depression. Tears flowed as he recounted his life, factory work, a wife lost to illness, children who had moved away. Elena's wealth suddenly felt hollow. Here was a man rich in spirit, who had given without expectation. Their conversation stretched into hours, bridging gaps of class and time. For the first time, Elena felt truly seen, not as an heiress but as a human soul. Yearning for connection. As days turned to weeks, Elena and Harold's unlikely friendship blossomed into something profound, like a rare flower pushing through cracked concrete. She visited his tiny cottage daily, bringing gourmet meals that he devoured with childlike glee, while he shared wisdom from a life unburdened by fortune. "Money buys comfort, but kindness buys peace," he'd say, his voice gravelly yet soothing. Elena, inspired, began channeling her inheritance into philanthropy, founding the Jenkins Foundation to aid forgotten elders in rural areas. Harold became her advisor, his practical insights sharpening her vision. But fate had more twists. During a routine medical check Elena insisted on funding. Doctors discovered Harold's hidden battle with cancer, advanced but treatable with cutting-edge care her resources could provide. "I ain't worth the fuss," he protested, but Elena wouldn't hear it. "You saved me first, remember?" she replied, holding his frail hand. The treatment journey bonded them deeper. Elena paused her corporate empire to sit by his bedside, reading old Western novels aloud as chemo drained his strength. In those vulnerable moments, Harold confessed regrets, abandoning his family name after a youthful fallout, wandering alone for years. Elena, in turn, opened up about her isolation amid opulence, the pressure of legacy weighing like chains. Their story leaked to the press, not through scandal but inspiration. Heiress finds long-lost uncle at gas station, act of kindness sparks miracle. Public adoration surged, boosting Vanderbilt Industries' image and Elena's resolve to reform it ethically. Harold recovered, stronger and spirited, moving into a guest wing of her estate where he gardened and mentored at-risk youth. What started as a $73.50 gesture evolved into mutual salvation. Elena gained a family anchor, shedding her superficial life for authentic purpose, while Harold found renewed vigor and belonging. Years later, at a foundation gala, Harold toasted her, "That gas fee was the best investment I ever made." Their lives, once parallel tracks of privilege and poverty, merged into a shared path of compassion, proving that true wealth lies in the hearts we touch. If this emotional rollercoaster touched your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to The Kind Heart Stories for more uplifting narratives that remind us of the power of kindness. Your support keeps these stories coming.